It's Prasavadi and welcome to part 2 of What If Naruto Could Passively Absorb Nature Energy. So this series has got 70 views, so I'm going to continue the second part right here, right now. So I don't have much to say before the intro, so without any further ado, let's get watching. So before I start, I just want to clear some things out. So when Naruto accessed the nature or the sage mode, he used his senses or the newly gained senses to look through his body and sent nature chakra, and the keyword is nature chakra, towards inside his body, enhancing his body. And due to Naruto using the same method with the shadow clones, he's able to get stronger and smarter, and he's able to unlock his bloodline limit, which was dormant within him. Like the Uzumaki chains as well as the Uzumaki sensory abilities, and with their mastery of Funjutsu. But Funjutsu is not a Genkai, only Uzumaki chain and the the sensory abilities. And the next thing is, mostly now since we have come to the war arc, the story is going to get very confusing. Most of you might not understand, but I'll kind of try to make an explanation video about what I did after the series is complete. Maybe not. If you guys want an explanation video, just put it in the comments below. I will do it. So anyways, let's start with Naruto's abilities. Before we start with the story, we have to start with Naruto's abilities. His current abilities, such as, basically he has some good as jutsus with all the elements. Now this I wanted to add to Naruto, because in the canon storyline only Naruto has only Rasengan, that's called jutsu, then summoning jutsu, that's it. That's all he showed in the entirety of Naruto series. Even, in Boruto he used what's called? Earth style, which was awesome, but, what is his name? Naruto did not use any jutsu, any jutsu, except for the Rasengan variations. So, I'm gonna change a little bit that, and due to that, I have added jutsus in Naruto's arsenal. So Naruto has some little amount of jutsus. He can instantly go sage mode. It's like KCM, drop down, go up. It's like KCM mode, he can just calm down, breathe out, the KCM goes away, and then when he puts some chakra into the seal, it activates his KCM mode. It's just like that. He has completely mastered the sage mode, the frog kamite, which means the frog kung fu style. And then Naruto has completely mastered the Rasen Shuriken, not the throwing part, but the part where he can use it so his hand doesn't get damaged. He still needs to throw, he still needs to train the throwing part, because I'm not just gonna make Naruto OP right off the bat, I'm gonna put more character development into it. Then Naruto has unlocked his passive ability with the method I said before. By infusing nature energy to each and every nook of the body, he's enhancing his blood pumping, making it stronger, making his muscles, abdomen, that kind of stuff, good stuff. He's making it stronger. So Naruto's, that passive ability that passive ability is made so the nature energy could be absorbed and make his body stronger. Then the nature energy is not absorbed for sage mode, but the nature energy is absorbed for making the body develop. So anyways, then Naruto gets, he gets what other abilities? No, Naruto gets the chakra chains, which I really wanted Naruto to have, because Naruto can do a lot of things with his chakra chains. And Uzumaki clan has not been touched upon in the canon storyline. I mean, the only Uzumaki we know from the start was, Naruto. And the first Uzumaki aside from Naruto was Karin. Then whole Kushina, Mito, that and all that. And Naruto from whole clan like stuff. I'm blabbling way too much. Anyways, and then Naruto gets the KCM mode. And due to all of this power-ups, his passive abilities also has a big power-up, which means he can absorb more nature energy in the same amount of time. Yeah, in the previous video I just couldn't say this. He can absorb more energy at the same amount of time, like when he started doing this experiment. So now, anyways, let's continue with let's start with the story. So Naruto is training with the Kyuubi's chakra, and Killer Bee helping him. Now Killer Bee seeing Naruto's abilities is kind of disappointed. He openly says that Naruto just is fully dependent on his Rasengan. As I said, Killer Bee tells Naruto about his overuse of Rasengan and with not much ability to to help him. And Killer Bee decides to teach Naruto something. He just wants to see if Naruto is able to do it or not. Now I know in the canon Killer Bee didn't do this, but I think Killer Bee would teach Naruto about some jutsus, because he knows about the whole 4th grade Shinobi War, and from what he's get to know Naruto, he knows that Naruto would find out sooner or later and they have to go in battle. I mean, Killer Bee also wants to fight. So Killer Bee would show the lightning armor. I don't know what it's called. I'll just call it lightning armor. And Naruto, with his idea, he's able to create another. He sees how Killer Bee is doing this, and his senses pick up something. So he asks Killer Bee to do it again, and he tests his little ass theory. So he uses KCM mode with his sensory abilities, which is like blasted. It's like the same amount of chakra, the censoring ability that Karin has. Yes, I know Naruto went from a poor sensor to a master sensor, but I think Kyuubi's chakra would influence it. So anyways, Killer Bee would show the lightning armor again, and Naruto is able to sense how much chakra you need to put in it and what you should do. And yes, my model people, you understood right. I'm gonna make sure that Naruto's able to fucking copy jutsus, motherfuckers. And this starts with the lightning armor. So Naruto gets his Naruto is he can understand how he can't understand how the lightning armor works yet, but he's able to sense how much chakra he needs to put and what type of chakra. And yes, Naruto can sense this what type of he can sense the nature energy in it as well. I mean, not the nature, the elemental energy in it as well. Yes, I mean, Karin can sense what type of elemental energy someone has. So I think Naruto would be able to do that too. So Naruto tries to do it first, but he starts spreading chakra throughout his body and changing it into lightning. It is difficult at first, and Killer Bee sees it, but Killer Bee is surprised that Naruto is able to get the concept of it just by watching it 2 times. So Killer Bee helps Naruto in the lightning nature transformation. He knows lightning jutsu, but he's not experienced in it, you could say. Yes, that's the word. Experienced. Naruto is not experienced in lightning style. He's only experienced in wind style. So Killer Bee helps Naruto Killer Bee helps Naruto with the lightning style, and Naruto uses shadow clones to quickly grasps the concept, and with his sensory abilities, with the shadow clones, and his body getting, and his body's passive ability boosted to a whole new level, which is also building his body, which is let me say this. So Naruto with the shadow clones, his sensory abilities, his passive ability, which is all making him able to learn this. I know Naruto would not be able to learn this in the canon, but this Naruto is stronger than in canon. If this currently Naruto was able to fight the canon Naruto at this point in time, this Naruto, my what if Naruto would have mopped the floor of the canon Naruto, with jutsus, Rasen Shuriken. And by the way, about Rasen Shuriken, Naruto learns also how to throw it with the QB hands. So anyways, Naruto is able to learn the lightning armor in just a couple of days. But then the whole Kisame thing happens, which goes the same. And after that, they get to Naruto, and Naruto gets to know about the war, and Naruto knew about the war. He had a suspicion, he can sense all this amount of chakra coming here. So Naruto runs towards the battlefield with Killer Bee. He makes a big Rasengan to burst the damn what is it called? Seal? Barrier. And Naruto starts running towards the battlefield. And now the Hokage people the Hokages are got a note of this, and Tsunade and Raikage go and intercept Naruto and Killer Bee. And now, most of them, the speech relatively goes the same, but when what is his name? A tries to attack Naruto activates his own freaking lightning armor and dodges A. And due to Naruto already being KCM with the lightning armor boost, Naruto's fucking speedster. Naruto, when Naruto runs, he leaves a trail of orange and blue. And when A sees this, he's freaking shocked. Even Tsunade is shocked. A is literally is gonna have a heart attack. But then he looks at B. He stares at B. B stares him back and gives a thumbs up. And both Naruto and Killer Bee run away with leaving behind a gaping A and a shocked Tsunade. So anyways, now Naruto and Killer Bee jump into the battlefield. And now I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm not okay with the thing which is gonna happen from now on, but it's kind of more, you could say, it's kind of more realistic if this could happen in the Naruto verse, because it would happen. Come on. A guy used his dead brother's eye to make himself stronger. If that logic is acceptable, this logic is acceptable as well. Now, if you don't know what I'm saying, I'll explain it to you. Chakra means a person has a chakra in their body, and when they die, their chakra leaves their body and mixes with the earth. And now what does earth have? Nature energy. And what does Naruto can absorb? Nature energy. Now what I'm trying to say is dead people's chakra, which is floating in the goddamn battlefield, is getting absorbed by Naruto. I'm not comfortable saying this, but I think it's more realistic this way. Come on. Sasuke had his brother's eyes inside him. So this is more logic. This is the same logic, Dead people makes you stronger. If that's disgusting. I am sorry to say I'm not a weirdo. I'm not a masochist. No, that's not the word. I'm not a weirdo who likes death and who wants to make a person strong and all, but anyways, I'm going blabbering on and on about it. But so when Naruto comes in the battlefield, he senses so much nature energy. I mean, fucking so much nature energy, even his literal sensibility goes off the charts, and his passive ability, being as greedy as it is, starts sucking the nature energy. I mean, I'm not meaning it that way. Basically, it absorbs all the nature energy surrounding him. And now Naruto makes some very big ass shadow clones, then sending him to all throughout this field. I didn't know he made 10,000 shadow clones or 1 million shadow clones, some shit like that. I would say he made 50,000 shadow clones, give or take. But so I'll just say, Naruto makes 50,000 shadow clones. He sends them all throughout the battlefield. Now, here's the big part. Shadow clones chakra can be brought back to the original body. Yes, now I think you understand why I said Naruto, this war is gonna be the most confusing arc for this what if. So anyways, no, that's not the word. Yes, so Naruto's passive ability is completely greedily absorbing it. So the limit which it has to absorb it gets broken, and another limit gets placed. A couple of minutes later, it gets broken, then another limit is placed. So basically, his limit for his passive ability is getting broken and repaired, not repaired, basically broken, and a new limit is set. Broken, old broken, and new repaired, like that. So Naruto is getting stronger the more he stays in the battlefield. And when he unlocks the Sage of Sixth Path, yeah. Anyways, Naruto goes around. His body can't handle the strain. Okay, all the shadow clones can't handle the strain. This causes their body to break down. And now, before I continue, I just want to say that due to shadow clones being a perfect clone of the original body, that means the shadow clones can also create bones, which means Naruto's shadow clones also get broken and get repaired. And what the hell I mean repaired? What the hell I meant by repairing? It's simple. It's fucking simple. Naruto's Kyuubi's chakra is healing his body, while his passive ability is making him stronger. So basically, Naruto is going through what is called breaking to get stronger, Is going through a process of breaking his bones and getting stronger. It's just like Lee's, Lee at the start of the canon. Lee at the start of the story, So, anyways, Naruto isn't focused on this. Because due to subconsciousness breaking down and breaking his bones, he isn't able to feel pain, or his consciousness isn't able to feel pain. All the pain which he is currently feeling is going into subconsciousness, and that goes to not just himself but all of the clones. So all of the clones are developing at an insane rate. Okay, their limiters are getting broke again and again and again and again. So anyways, Naruto goes throughout the battlefield, while Naruto uses his whole new trick to copy abilities. He also copies his allies' abilities, because Naruto has become a trump card. As soon as he got into the battlefield, he sent all the shadow clones over to every person, and they are helping him in his battle. The shadow clones are helping others in their battle. And so now I'm going to focus on two people. One clone and the original. Naruto and the clone. So first I'm going to go with the real one. And the real one, while running, he comes across Itachi and Nagato, and they battle basically Naruto destroys Itachi. because of his sensory abilities being so high that it is, he's able to kind of predict that what's his name? Nagato's Rinnegan ability, like Almighty Push, Almighty Pull, all the jazz. He's able to use, he's using substitution jutsu, right, a couple of times, that kind of stuff, good stuff. Basically, Naruto's not as overpowered. Naruto is not as weak when fighting Nagato that he was in canon. Basically, Naruto couldn't do anything with Nagato and Itachi. Itachi is not the big problem here. Nagato is the big problem. But still, when Itachi activates his Monkey Sharingan, Naruto's crow comes out of Naruto's belly, where the crow activates his Kota Matsukami, which frees Itachi, and Itachi seals Nagato. Seals Nagato? Yeah, that's it. And Naruto and Itachi have a talk about not being Hokage, meaning not everyone will praise you, stuff like that. And this reaches Naruto way more than it did in canon, because as I said, Naruto is more smarter than in canon. Then after that, Itachi goes to do his own thing, go find Sasuke, he goes to Kabuto, while Sasuke, just bumps him along, bumps into Itachi, and then he also tags along and fights Kabuto. So now let's go towards the Shadow Clone. The Shadow Clone enters the fray when the allied shinobi forces are fighting with the third Raikage. Naruto activates his lightning armor and starts fighting with Raikage, and here I am to say Naruto's lightning armor is inferior. It's just at the beginning stage. It's not even powerful than Ace Raikage. It's not even equal to Ace lightning armor. And it's not even comparable to the third Raikage's lightning armor yet. So Naruto and what's his name? Third Raikage start fighting, with Naruto being in the QB mode, with lightning armor surrounding him, and third Raikage. Now, when the battle goes on, not mostly the same. They both are equal in speed because of Naruto's double boost, while Raikage's single boost. But Naruto uses his sensory abilities and his body development, which also increases his eyesight right now. He's able to clearly determine how much chakra third Raikage is using. So when the battle goes on, Naruto develops his lightning armor, and due to his body growing stronger the moment, his body going stronger again and again and again. So if the current Naruto fought the same Naruto like a minute later, the current Naruto would emerge victorious, because a minute later's Naruto was weak compared to the current Naruto. I'm blabbering on. So anyways, Naruto fights the Raikage and develops his lightning armors. And it's going firstly because Naruto's using his sensory abilities, and his body is basically developing on at a superior rate. This causes Naruto's lightning armor to also increase, and due to his chakra basically increasing at the same time, Naruto's able to come at the end of the battle. Naruto is able to master the lightning armor, master it to the mastery of the third Raikage. Basically, he has surpassed A in terms of lightning armor. Then after Naruto, you could say, surpassing Raikage with his lightning armor, the third Raikage with his lightning armor, he deactivates KCM and starts fighting him in Sage mode. And Naruto does the same plan he did in canon, by twisting his body and driving the Rasengan into his chest. And all the while, Naruto also copies Raikage's strength, and that is a big ass boost. Naruto copies Raikage's strength, and how the hell Naruto copies Raikage's strength? It's simple, Naruto is able to see how much chakra Raikage uses in his punches, and Naruto is able to copy it. So, anyways, Naruto simple then uses the same technique in canon, but a lot fast because he's still having his lightning cloak on, and he's able to maneuver. That's the word, maneuver around the Raikage. Stuck the Rasengan in his hand. I was gonna say ass, but no. Stuck the Rasengan in his hand, which causes hand to propel itself into his heart's in the right or left. Yeah, it's in the left, into the scar which was made by the Hachibi or the Eight Tails, that caused the third Raikage to become weak, and sealing people sealed Naruto. So Naruto then makes a shadow clone, while the clone Naruto makes another shadow clone. So the first clone, which was already there, which was fighting Raikage, poofs out of existence because it wants to give Naruto the experience which it gained, while the new Naruto continues helping the populace. The same thing happens all around the battlefield, while Naruto learns new techniques, like new jutsus, even copies some jutsus of allies. And yeah, now this is where I'm gonna weigh OP thing. I'm gonna do something OP. So Naruto, the clones also fight Zetsus, right? And after killing them, their energy becomes nature energy, right? And Naruto absorbs that nature energy, right? Yeah, I'm kind of creepy right now. So some of you might be getting where the hell I'm going, but I'll keep it a secret for those who don't know. So Naruto, the clones, poof, new clones come back, that kind of stuff. Now, anyways, let's go to the main Naruto. So the main Naruto, after fighting Itachi, and what's his name? Nagato. I was gonna say Kisame, but yeah, Kisame is dead, super dead, and so dead. So anyways, so Naruto fights Nagato and Itachi, and after that, they have their own scuffle. Yeah, I covered that already. So anyways, Naruto and Ramen come across the Jinchurikis, and they have their awesome battle, more or less, But Naruto easily dominates the entire battlefield. He's dominating the entire battlefield, but he's dominating the Jinchuriki fight as well, because he is the strongest Jinchuriki currently. He's like on par with B. He's still not surpassed him, but he's on par with B. So Naruto, while fighting, starts copying jutsus, you could say, or Yagura's jutsu, because of all the tail beasts, I think Yagura is the only one who doesn't use the Gen. Of all the Jinchurikis, Yagura is the one who doesn't use his Kekkei Genkai or the tail beast Kekkei Genkai much. Yugito does use her Kekkei Genkai in a blue flame to surround her body. Then comes the fourth, which is Roshi, who uses lava release. Then comes Han, who uses the steam ball release. Utakata, who uses the bubble release, if something that is called. Then is Fu, who uses wings. Yeah, that's it. So anyways, Yagura is the only one who uses elemental natures, and due to Naruto's copying ability, Naruto is able to copy Yagura's jutsus, and Naruto is easily able to copy it. And yeah, this causes Naruto to dominate the Jinchurikis, which causes Obito to make them go into their half Jinchuriki form. And Naruto still dominates thing, but Obito decides to come to the battle, and he unleashes all the Jinchurikis, making them go into the Biju state. And so, as I said, Obito comes into the battlefield, Obito comes to where the real Naruto is, and he also releases the Geto statue, as well as what's it called? He releases a full Jinchuriki's power, turning them into the tail beast form. Then mostly Naruto's battle with Obito not goes the same. Obito uses some fire jutsu which Naruto copies easily, no problem. Then is the thing which changes the most. Now, before I continue, I just want to say something. The war has has started a day before currently. So basically, the war has been going on just for a day maximum. This causes the nature and the chakra of the dead people to not currently circulate towards the nature, which means they're still not fully nature energy, which means they retain their elemental chakras, and due to Naruto sucking it up, disgusting, absorbing it, he gets the affinities for the nature, which means he's already has all 5 chakra natures, and he's like you say absorbing more and more energy, which is causing Naruto to, I could say, this is causing Naruto to have more of an affinity to each nature, which means his fire style is growing, water style, wind style, earth style, and lightning style. All nature transformations, his affinity for all nature transformation is growing. So anyways, Naruto and Obito fight, and Obito uses some fire style jutsu with Naruto copies and uses it back at him. And this is when all the memories of the other clones come into his head, and it causes him to stagger a little bit, and his body starts bursting out of blood, because all those all those developments the clone has gone through. His body didn't go through it naturally, just all the development came at once. Due to that, Naruto's body couldn't handle it and it broke down. But Killer Bee comes into the rescue to save Naruto. Naruto is tired, is in pain, but so Obito can quickly come in and try to touch Naruto. But Kakashi and Guy come in and save Naruto. But Naruto's still weak, his body's healing itself due to the Kyuubi's chakra. It's still not healed, but Naruto is able to mask the pain. Is that a word? Anyways, he's able to mask the pain, and Naruto continues fighting, but still fighting. Kakashi uses the Chidori, which Naruto copies, no problem. And now the thing is, Naruto uses the lightning cloak on. Obito tries to touch Naruto, but Naruto uses lightning cloak to escape from it. Kakashi seems shocked that Naruto can do some the Raikage's technique, but doesn't question it. Then he uses the lightning style, Black Panther, the Black Lightning style, which Darui uses. Yes, as I said, he has other jutsus, which include the Black Lightning style. Then that's when Kakashi decides to show Naruto his Chidori, because Kakashi won't teach Naruto because Naruto is his disciple, so he would explain the Chidori, Naruto knows what the Chidori is. He would show the hand signs, which Naruto would absorb, copy, kind of stuff like that. Then he would put a particular amount of chakra inside his hand and dash towards Obito to pierce him, but Obito just passes through. Naruto copies this and does it perfectly, and what, he makes it stronger due to Naruto's like uncountable amount of chakra. Naruto is able to create a much more defined version of it, because due to Naruto's experience with the whole lightning cloak, Naruto's practice with lightning chakra is like super high, even higher than Kakashi and Sasuke, because lightning cloak needs real elemental manipulation. So then the whole Sangoku thing happens, which Naruto gets Sangoku's chakra. Now, not just Sangoku's chakra, Naruto, while talking to Sangoku deciding to give his chakra, Goku notices the passive ability that Naruto has. He's seeing how the nature energy is getting absorbed in his body, which is making his body develop. So Sangoku decides to give more of his chakra. He gives, which causes Naruto to awaken something. Not awaken, get something. So Naruto poofs out and Naruto gets the thing. Now, Obito decides enough is enough and uses word style. And as I said before, Naruto had a secret with him. I mean he didn't know. But after Obito used word style, Naruto has this itch to copy it. And Naruto does, resulting in him using word style. And then Naruto uses the lava style, which is awesome. Then now Naruto has the wood style and the lava style. This causes Naruto to completely turn the battlefield around. All the shadow clones also use wood style. Yeah, that's kind of overpowered. And now Obito still decides to go all out. I mean, not all out, but still goes more of his power, unleashing the full tail beasts. And now let's go to, he quickly unleashes the tail beast and goes to get a statue. And now let's go skip to the clone Naruto. The clone Naruto has just finished fighting the second Mizukage, with Gaara, and that's when Madara appears, or the third, what? It was the third Tsunekage, right? The third Kazekage, third or fourth? I don't remember. The guy with the bandages all around his body. He summons Madara. Madara starts fighting. Now, due to Naruto being there, he's able to quickly absorb what's going on, He's quickly able to observe what's going on with his sensory abilities, and he decides to intervene, or he wants to intervene, but Temari gets in front of him and just smashes Madara away. But Madara just gets up, dusts himself and uses a jutsu. Now Naruto quickly uses all of his sensory ability towards that jutsu, copying the great. What was the jutsu name? The Great Majestic Destroyer Flame. Yeah, the Majestic Destroyer Flame. And Naruto also copies the water style, uses his jutsu, quickly. That's when Naruto, after the steam getting out, Naruto, runs towards Madara, and they start a taijutsu fight with Madara is, figuring, Madara liking that this kid is strong, but not strong enough. So Madara, goes to punch Naruto, but Naruto ducks and does this similar hand thing that Madara, of course, knows. Then he breathes in, breathes out, and at point blank range unleashes the same amount of chakra that Madara did. He unleashes the Majestic Destroyer Flame at point blank range. Madara is, uses his Rinnegan to absorb it, and Naruto does a Rasen Shuriken, throwing it at Madara, but Madara again absorbs it. So Madara decides enough is enough, goes up, tries to, then summons a Susanoo, making the two asteroids fall. The first asteroid is started by the third Suna. What's his name? Iwakage. Yeah, that's what it's called. Iwakage. Right? Iwakage. The rock Hokage. Him and Gaara are able to stop the meteorite, but the second one comes. Naruto, wanting to help, jumps up, goes to his KCM 1 mode and uses his chakra chains, his QB hands, and stops the second one. He's able to stop it, but with all of his power being able to stop, he's able to fully stop it and put it on the ground. But due to all of this stress, he poofs away. But that's when the entire the What's their name? Yeah, the 5 Kages all come. They want to fight Madara. Madara destroys them and goes back to where Obito is. Anyways, let's continue to Obito. So Obito has unleashed all the tail beast and jumps to get a statue. Madara comes in and they discover that the masked man is someone else who's acting as Madara. So this battle mostly goes the same. Not mostly goes the same. Naruto starts fighting against all the tail beasts, while Madara and Obito check about Naruto. And due to this being the original Naruto and having literally like a nature energy thing over here, using wood style and stuff like that, because he copied it from Obito, Madara jumps in and wants to fight Naruto in a battle of wood style. So Kakashi and Guy handle the tail beast while Naruto fights Madara in a wood style battle. Naruto is using his sensory ability to the max. He's pushing himself so hard, and due to him not fully regenerating, his body starts to break down. But Naruto doesn't give up. He copies all the jutsus Madara is using at him, like the deforestation jutsu, the wood clone jutsu, and many more. All the wood style jutsus that Madara knows, Naruto knows too. Naruto isn't he's fighting wood style with wood style. Madara is impressed but doesn't know how the hell Naruto knows wood style. He thinks it's due to the chakra nature transformations. Combining two chakra natures to form the Kekidota. That's what it's called, right? Combining nature releases to make an entire Kekkei Genkai. That's what it's called, Kekidota. Anyways, so Naruto, then Madara has enough and tries to summon the QB, but nothing happens because Madara decided, I realized that the QB sealed inside Naruto, so Naruto becomes a big ass target. But then all the tail beasts attack again while Madara jumps back to Obito. Now the fight mostly goes the same with due to Naruto, like literally damaged as hell. He's covered up by Kakashi, Guy, and B, who's in his tail beast form. But then Naruto is talking to the QB, they are having their one-on-one, and QB decides to help Naruto because Madara just tried to summon him and he hates Madara and he's willing to work with Naruto. So both of them fist bump. Naruto opens the seal, lets out the QB and activates KCM. And that's where we're gonna leave for this episode, guys. If you guys like this video, like, share, subscribe, do the necessary stuff. And if you don't, I can understand. Peace out.